Not sure if whether we're live or not yet, guys, but here we go. So from I was asked about menopause yesterday, so let's really go here. I'm going to take a minute to explain what menopause is, and how it can really kind of, whether you're basically whether or not you're going to breeze through it or whether you're going to have difficulties with it, and how that's connected with progesterone and estrogen. Okay, so let's go here. We're about to get scientific. Okay, we're about to get scientific. So the ovaries of a menstruating female make estrogen, and small amounts are produced by fat and cells and the adrenal glands. At menopause, ovary production of the hormone ceases. Okay, and from a reproductive perspective, estrogen's role in the female body is to lay down the lining of the uterus, which it does between days 1 and 14 of a typical 28 reproductive cycle, with one day of the cycle being the first day of menstruation. The estrogen lays the lining of the uterus down over these first 14 days to prepare the female body for conception if it takes place. Estrogen wants a menstruating female to fall pregnant every single month of her life, whether that is on her agenda or not. So remember that our bodies are completely geared for survival, and perpetuation of the human species is an enormous part of that survival process. So as a result of the biological imperative to conceive each month, estrogen ensures that there is adequate body fat, as most females do not immediately know that they are pregnant. In the event that the woman is a stick figure without much body fat, it's possible that a brand new fetus may not survive. It's also possible that a pregnant woman won't survive with enough fat as well. Okay, so that's normally a very deep subconscious fear. So to prevent this, estrogen signals fat to be laid down in typical female areas, giving women a pear-like shape to better serve the childbirth process. Estrogen is the hormone that makes female breasts bud at the first signs of puberty. It broadens the hips and it gives women their curves. It lays down fat on a woman's thighs, bottom, hips, and is typically responsible for making the bottom half of a female broader than the top half. Estrogen also, unfortunately, promotes fluid retention, which, when in excess, can be very stressful for us. So very often our clothes don't fit us the way we'd like them to, and we feel puffy and swollen. And it's very often causes challenges between us and soulmates and significant others, etc. It can also add another layer of stress to what may already feel like a very overwhelming life. Okay, so at menopause, the ovary production of the hormone estrogen ceases. Okay, so from a reproductive perspective, estrogen's role in the female body, right, other than to lay down the cycle, it also continues to be, so it stops being produced from the ovaries, but it continues to be produced from the adrenal glands and actually from your fat cells. Okay, and as explained earlier, many women who make insufficient amounts of progesterone from their adrenal glands because of chronic stress is a massive factor as to why some women breeze through menopause with few or no debilitating symptoms, or whether the heat and sleeplessness becomes insane and overwhelming. And all that's connected to your ability to produce progesterone, and your ability to produce progesterone is 100% connected to your adrenal glands and your adrenal health. Okay, so if you're approaching menopause, I cannot encourage you enough to ensure that your adrenal function is optimal. Applying the restorative techniques such as restorative yoga, getting some adaptogenic herbs like shatavari and beetroot and ashwagandha are amazing for this stage in your life. And you can use breathing strategies and herbal support combined with lifestyle changes where possible to support your adrenal function. So if you're postmenopausal, you can address adrenal and liver health with the strategies discussed in the detox. So we give away a free detox program. Okay, so if you don't have that, just ask for it below, and we'll link you to the free detox program that takes you through liver flushes, gut cleanses, etc. But you literally, when it comes to hormones, you always want to clean your liver. Okay, because if your liver isn't clean, hormones are going to stay in your blood for longer than they should. And it really affects your metabolism and also your ability to heal and regenerate. Okay, but you really want to look at, but heat from the body can certainly be due to low estrogen levels, low progesterone levels, and liver congestion. So if I meet a client that has all sorts of natural oestrogen therapies and uses herbs that have had oestrogenic action such as black cohosh, and they're still overwhelmingly hot and suffering debilitating hot flushes, I'll suggest treatments that support their liver. Okay, so there's a lot of different herbs that will support menopause and oestrogen function. Flax seeds are amazing as well. I love flax seeds for supporting oestrogen production when it's going down perimenopause wise. But remember that in traditional circles, menopause is a time when wisdom begins to flow constantly. Trust that you already know inside of you when it comes to your health. You innately know better than anyone else what's best for you. So seek guidance from health professionals, but apply only what speaks to your heart, and live knowing that you're a shining light for generations after you. And menstruation and menopause are very feminine and 100% natural processes, and they offer incredible insight into women's general health, as well as a window into her inner world of subconscious thoughts and beliefs. So, we've covered what estrogen is, or oestrogen is, what happens when you reach menopause, which is your ovaries stop producing it, and it's your adrenal glands and your fat cells that take over, right? And how hot flushes and insomnia are connected to you not making enough progesterone because your adrenal glands are working too hard because they're overstressed. And only restorative practices and making sure that you're taking your copper, your zinc, your iodine, your selenium, are going to really give your adrenal glands what they need to make progesterone, but also allow your body to make the balanced oestrogen levels, because what happens is when you're not balanced at the first half of your cycle, then the second half of your cycle is thrown off. So if your oestrogen production has gone crazy, then your progesterone production may go crazy as well. From a healing perspective, a metaphysical perspective, the estrogen represents the mother energy, or the mother archetype in the collective consciousness. From the From the metaphysical perspective, progesterone represents the daughter energy in the collective consciousness. So when you're working on balancing estrogen and progesterone, you're looking at balancing the relationship between the mother and daughter, not just inside your own growing up, but also inside the archetype of motherhood and childhood. So there's an inner child archetype and there's an inner mother. There's a mother archetype, and because every lifetime you've been a child, every lifetime you've been a mother. So you're working through the archetypal blocks as well around that, going from you're in, like, from a natural perspective, you're going from a stage where your job is to nurture and raise children to where your job is to support your community and fulfill your divine life purpose. Historically, ancestrally, for hundreds of thousands of years, that's how it worked. Okay, if you survived giving birth to all those children, then your job was to nurture them to become the powerful leaders and teachers that they were supposed to be, and you became that advisor or that wise woman archetype. That's what's traditionally connected with menopause. Now, a lot of this, okay, thanks Maylene, we'll post that up for you, don't worry. Literally, from a collective consciousness perspective, over the last 100 or so years, it's a real mess, because the medical system is all geared towards men and not geared towards women. So the beliefs in the collective consciousness are women are past their sell-by date, women are worthless if they're going into menopause. Menopause is really hard and you're going to have horrific symptoms. No one understands why you're going to have hot flushes and sleepless nights, which is complete rubbish. It's all to do with progesterone. You're no longer attractive or interested in sex, so your sex drive is going to die, right? And that you're getting old, that you're past it, basically, that your divine life purpose is over, your life is over. And that's in the collective consciousness. It's not what's true, it's not what's real, it's not what's normal. And there's a lot of under treatment and the belief that women are like, it's kind of like second puberty, that women are hysterical, or they're bonkers or crazy, or they're emotional. And that's why they're suddenly setting boundaries, etc. It's also profoundly connected with a midlife crisis, because it's another one of those initiations, because we're moving from the archetype of mother into the archetype of the wise woman and of the crone. And it is no different than puberty, and no different than the day that a baby is born, a mother is born. When you go into menopause, that divine woman, that crone, is being born within you. And there's an internal clock, just like there's a biological clock that goes off here, that literally tells you that you have, 20 to 40 years of your life left to live. And if you haven't lived your life purpose, if you haven't had time for you, then now's the time. Now's the time to balance and to really make yourself a priority, which you may never have been able to do in your life. I'm just going to quickly have a look at the comments. Yes, CBD capsules can increase estrogen production, and they will help you relax. Ashwagandha makes you so tired. How to balance this? So your body goes into detox, guys, and this is what you have to understand whenever you start taking any new supplement, is that your body is hardwired to get rid of toxins. Okay, so when you start putting in wheatgrass and iodine and selenium and zinc, your body's going to move from the red zone in the nervous system. So your adrenal glands are going to move from producing adrenaline to give you tons of energy to making you feel exhausted for at least a week, so that you actually rest as they move into the green zone and your body can repair, rejuvenate, and regenerate. But there is a stage where your body literally will tell you, okay, we've got everything we need, now rest so I can do the work, right? And a lot of times people are like, oh my God, the symptoms are coming back or it's not working. That's not the case. It's just that you've switched from running on adrenaline to actually running on what's it called, serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, and it takes time for your body to make those hormones, so give it a chance. Okay, so moving back to the metaphysical, we're literally going to unplug you from the collective consciousness around menopause. We're going to unplug you from all the foods that you're craving because of the malnutrition that's causing you to have negative symptoms, and we're going to release the sadness at all the things that you wanted to do and that you planned to do that you never got to do, right, during your life, or as a younger woman, right? Because that will stop you, that regret will stop you from fully taking advantage of this rebirth that's taking place, right, when you're going through menopause. It really is a rebirth, guys. It really is an initiation into the next level of your purpose, of your life, and it's supposed to be exciting, right? The same way that puberty is exciting, the same way that motherhood is exciting, menopause is supposed to be exciting, and it is beautiful, okay? So we're going to just unplug you from the collective consciousness. We're going to balance those hormones through Creator of All That Is. We're going to release the regrets that you have, and literally then it's important that you go and you take that you go and you make sure you're getting all the vitamins, the minerals, and the supplements. And seed cycling is also amazing for this, guys. Seed cycling, just Google that if you don't know what it is, and you'll get all the images and pictures. It's super easy, and you can make bliss balls out of the seeds that are going to support your hormonal and reproductive cycle, because seeds have everything you need to basically balance your hormones. Okay, so we're just going to close your eyes for me. Take a nice deep breath and relax. Deep breath in and relax. Deep breath in and relax. And I want you to imagine that golden light coming up through the bottom of your feet all the way to the top of your head, and your crown chakra opening, your base chakra lighting up like a star, your sacral chakra lighting up like a star, your solar plexus chakra lighting up like a star, your heart lighting up like a star, your throat lighting up like a star, and then your whole auric field lighting up in that bubble of white light. And no fear can enter the white light, and nothing inside the white light can be harmed or hurt. Okay, beautiful. Okay, and then I want you to go into that white light of all that is. And we're going to make the command, all that is, by divine decree in the name of God and the law of grace, unplug me from the collective consciousness around menopause now. Okay, good. Okay. And we're going to plug you into the consciousness of women who have gone through menopause with ease. And we're going to release that dread, because some of you really have that dread around aging and around menopause. There we go. Ooh. Gonna release fear of menopause, fear of aging. Just breathe as we release that fear on all 4 levels. Fear that you'll be worthless, fear that you won't be attractive, fear that you lose your glow. Ooh. Okay, beautiful. Okay, and then anger. Can we release anger at the collective consciousness? At your children, at your partner, at your work, for draining you of energy, for not making your life purpose a priority. Anger at yourself for not making your life purpose a priority. Any anger that you won't get that time back, can we release it now? Can we destroy it now? Okay, beautiful. There you go. Keep breathing. Almost gone. Okay, and anywhere where you're confusing your ability to reproduce or your fertility with your self-worth, can we show you the difference between the two now and show you that you're allowed to have self-worth even when you're no longer able to reproduce or bear children? And can creators show you the truth that you can create eggs, you can create hormones, so there's no point in your life where you're no longer able to bear children. It's a decision, it's a choice. There we go. You're an infinitely powerful being, okay? That you can create your life, you can 100% create your body. Okay. 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 And now it's coming up. It's going deep into your heart. So, oh, okay. So can we release the heartbreak? That heartbreak, that fear of losing your body, losing your fertility, the grief of autumn, basically, because you're moving from summer to the autumn of your life, and every life has all seasons. So let's release the sadness that summer is over and that we're moving into autumn. Okay, it's starting to move. And then that loneliness. So there's stuff coming up around soulmates, around some of you not having had children, around some of you not having met your soulmate. So can I release that despair now? And can we release the belief that you're too old for romance, that it's never going to happen for you, that you're never going to have children? Can we show you that menopause is a stage in life, not a fertility sentence, okay? And that you can literally reverse and discreate menopause. And we're also going to unplug you not just from the collective consciousness, but also from your ancestral consciousness and from your family consciousness. So can we show you that you're allowed to enter menopause in the highest and best way for you, and that you don't have to do it the same way that your mother did it and your grandmother did it and your ancestor did it. There we go. Breathe, guys. Open up that solar plexus, open up that womb. It's never too late, you're never too old, you're never too sick to begin again. Beautiful. Oh. Okay. That's looking so much better. I'm just scanning you guys again. Okay, so we're just going to command through all that is. By divine decree in the name of God and the law of grace, it's commanded that our hormones be balanced now. Our estrogen, our progesterone, our FSH, which is the hormone that your pituitary gland uses to communicate with your adrenal glands and your ovaries. It's commanded that all disease be turned to health now. Thank you, show me. Just stay there, guys. Just witness to completion. Don't go unconscious. Don't space out. Don't leave your body. Just stay there, witness to completion. Stay with me. I've got you. Okay. In all lifetimes where your partner gave up on you or left you or treated you as worthless because you were no longer fertile. All the lifetimes where you gave up on yourself when you lost your ability to have children. All the lifetimes where you were killed by your tribe or rejected by your tribe once you were no longer fertile. Can we clear all those lifetimes and complete them now? Just say yes if you like that. Can we show you it's over, it's no longer needed, you don't have to carry it with you? There we go. Whew. Okay. That's looking so much better. Okay, can we give you Creator's perspective, definition, understanding of the highest and best menopause for you and your body? Of when to do menopause and when not to do menopause? Can we give you Creator's perspective, definition, understanding of your ability to create your body? That you have the power to create your body, that it's possible to create your body, and that you have permission to create your body. Would you like these? Okay. That looks so much better, guys. let me know, right? If you're going through menopausal symptoms right now, if you're perimenopause, postmenopause, in the middle of the madness, if you haven't even thought about it and you've learned a lot and you really want to like be prepared for when it comes up, let me know what comes up for you if you're a younger woman thinking about this stage, because I've done a lot of digging, a lot of work on menopause, and I'm, you know, only 32, just so I don't have to go through the madness that comes later on. Okay, I love you guys so much. Yeah, let me know what else you would like to work on. I'm going to do my best to keep this as relevant to you guys as possible. And I'm super proud of how well you're all doing. I know some of you are already talking about your breakthroughs. You've managed to stick to this program longer than any other program. You've got normal blood sugar levels. Your hormones are balanced. You've changed the way your whole family eats. You're ordering healthy food. I just want to let you know that I see you and I appreciate you and I love you so much. Bye, guys.